Hey y'all, this is Philippe the Learn to Grow guy. I'm about to unearth something that I did last year, okay? Last year I grew some ginger as well as turmeric on my raised bed. Now, what I did last year is that I dug out all of the ginger and I shared some and I think I must still have a little bit left in the cabin. However, as pertaining to the turmeric, I basically dug up some of the turmeric and I shared some of that and I still have turmeric left underground because what I wanted to see is whether or not I'm able to leave turmeric underground until I have a need for it, whether in the winter or whether it comes to the spring of the following year. Very similar as to what you're able to do with potatoes. You can actually leave your potatoes in the ground and not harvest them until the following year or throughout the winter time so you can have some fresh potatoes. So I've already started digging some of the turmeric up, and it's looking pretty good. Let me show you. Last year, what I did is that I cut the turmeric down to ground level. This is a piece of a remnant of turmeric. I cut it down to ground level, and I basically left it as is. Okay. I believe I did put a little bit of leaves on there, just to cover things up. But yeah, a piece of turmeric. Anyway, I did leave the turmeric underground and I started digging some up. As you can see right there is another one where I left on the ground. There's some here, and this is the one I started digging up. So anyway, this is what I've dug out so far. The stuff is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty, I mean, it's cold, but nonetheless it's looking good. Look at this long piece here. See that? My only conclusion is that you can leave the son of a guns underground over the winter. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can dig with one arm and see what I'm able to get, okay? So, sorry. With that other piece that's left there, I'm a one-arm bandit. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look, 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 look. See? Turmeric. Fresh turmeric. This is pretty cool, man. This is the harvest that keeps on giving. Look at that. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and clean these out. I'm going to go ahead and clean this stuff off. And, okay, see, this is the reason why I do not recommend getting mushroom compost from just about anywhere. I had found a source a couple of years back to get some compost, and of course, this is stuff that's always buried in there somewhere. Plastics. Okay? So, anyway, these are the two I'm going to dig up for now. Or maybe I'll dig up everything and dry some out and put some to use. You can also keep in mind that turmeric is very good for inflammation. It's good for a lot of stuff, okay? I'm not going to list anything, but you guys can go ahead and do your own research as to what you can use turmeric for. So, ground is nice and cold. Okay, everything is nice and cold. But the reason I'm going to dig everything up here is because I've had some issues with moles and voles. On this bed, I found holes on the sides, and all that tells me is that I've had voles that has entered into the beds. So I've got a video I'm going to be putting out pertaining to this, and you guys can take a look at it. But nonetheless, going back to this topic here, not to get off topic, to stay on topic, and that is that you can store turmeric underground. Just make sure you have the proper soil. If need be, you can also get some dried leaves like this here. You can also put them on top of the wherever it is that you've got your turmeric, if you believe that there's a good chance that your frost line may be deeper than what you've got there, okay? As far as your gardening is concerned, okay? So I know out here where I'm at in Middle Eastern Tennessee, the frost line goes down as far as a foot, and I think the turmeric was down deep enough as to where, even though it was not down to a foot, I think because of the winter we had, the frost line didn't go, it did not go beyond the 1 foot area. I don't even think it made it all the way to it. So, again, feel free to store your turmeric underground, and like I said, you can also cover them up with something, straw, hay, whatever it is that you've got, shredded leaves, whole leaves, so that it gives it further insulation. Okay, so this is Philippe, the Learn to Grow guy, telling you to go ahead start harvesting your turmeric if you happen to have some underground. Okay, and happy harvesting. By the way, with the truck here, what had happened was that apparently with these trucks, with these Silverados, sometimes the where the hinge sits on the door, sometimes they crack and they break, and that's what happened there. Eventually, I got to get everything painted. I'm going to get everything painted and stuff like that. I've got a bunch of nicks and stuff that needs to be taken care of on the truck. So anyway, y'all take care. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Be sure to like. What's that? Like. You guys know what to do. Okay, share and what's the word? Like, share, and whatever else that you got to do for the video. And oh, by the way, please leave comments. Okay, if you're considering this, leave a comment. And if you're interested in how the turmeric turns out after usage and stuff like that, leave a comment. And I'll get back to you guys. I'll do the best that I can to get back to you guys. Okay, keep in mind that this is spring. I'm trying to get everything ready, and I'll talk with you guys later.